10s and 11s.
Oh.
Where it hit you around the bottom bend, and it literally stopped you in your tracks. I've never run into anything like it before.
That's got to hurt. So this is the last jump of round 5. Christopher Matrevsky, he's got a 790 already out there. If he gets on the board, this will be something good. No, he knows he's not on the board.
Yeah. That's the thing. If he's got the 790.
He's got a plus 0.7. Oh, that's a turn up.
Wow. What's going on down there? But that's the thing. When you've already got the 790, if you know you're not hitting the board, it's almost not worth the trouble.
No, exactly. He's already taken the lead. And speaking of actual wins before, I have heard some stories of the 1986 Commonwealth Games. I think Darren Clark versus Roger Black. It was in Edinburgh, I'm pretty sure. And there was rumours that the high jump mats were moving. That's how strong the winds were. But I'm sure every year the something heavier and heavier was getting moved for those winds. I'm sure it was a bit of a fan fiction.
Well, you speak about strong winds. Just recently in the ACT, it was only maybe a month or so ago, we had this freak storm come through. The winds came through, and there was a marquee that was set up for the Summer of Ass Grand Prix, and it actually picked this marquee up and lifted it up into the tree. So next thing you know, I'm sitting there at work and watching this marquee just go up and straight into the tree. And the other one, which made you remind me of it, was the pole vault mats. Not the pole vault, the high jump mats. The high jump mats actually picked up. So there's 3 high jump mats all connected by little clips. One went up, the next one went up, so they're both standing up on top of each other, standing straight up in the air, and it was only that third one that actually kept all 3 of them on the ground.
So, Tamsin, you're down there. They're about to get into round 6. What's happening at the long jump?
Yeah, so they've just started the last round, and Liam Adcock jumped into silver position at the moment with a 784 in that last round. So a few of these guys are going to have to want to nail that board and get a big one out there, but Chris Matrevsky's still leading with a 790.
Oh, these guys, great talented and very young. I know Chris Matrevsky's only 21 years old. I think Liam Adcock's only 22 this year, so it's a bit of talent out there at the moment. And we could see these two, if they don't get that 8.15, we could see both of these athletes selected for the World University Games.
Yeah, exactly. So it's definitely an interesting long jump competition unfolding down there. So it's going to come down to this last round, I reckon. But Matrevsky's going to be hard to beat with his 790 jump.
Oh, I'm not sure that's going to trouble the top grouping. Looks like Shemaiah James possibly in third place Australian with a 775.
Yep.
On his second attempt. So, again, young athletes.
Yeah.
Only 20 this year.
Yeah, I know. There's a couple of athletes out there just looking at these results at the moment. They wouldn't be stoked with it. A friend of mine, Jeremy Andrews from Western Australia, he made the final. He was in good form, but obviously hasn't come out here and performed at his best. We obviously know that he can do better. Hasn't been a good week for him, I must say. I've got to get this out there. He lost the grand final in the Squeak Scolari fantasy basketball competition to Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson is actually a former decathlete. He was a gold medalist in the under-20s back in 2005, and he took the title out. It's his second year in a row.
Oh, that's got to hurt. I'm sure that doesn't just hurt Jeremy Andrews, but probably everyone else. Two years in a row.
Has losing the final affected his long jump? Who knows? Who knows? But, yeah.
That's how much it means.
There's a bit of banter that's been going around today, so hopefully Jeremy's been off the social today.
Yep.
And hasn't been paying attention to some of the things that the boys have been saying.
No, you don't want those kind of distractions. That's Tom Solomon on the runway. He was a bronze medalist last year. The first round, 7.57 to his name. Currently in 6th place. He'll need to improve on that. Trains up in Queensland with the great Gary Bourne. Well, that could do it. That might improve on his 57.
Yeah, it'll be close.
It's an interesting angle. It is hard to pick up a lot of times just how far they're getting out there. Today they're using the EDM.
Yep.
On this long jump run-up.